Hello guys, every good name is taken here and welcome to another video. Today I have something different for you. So, what we are going to be doing in this new series, which is called Can I Recover, is gonna be about this account right here that was gently given to me by a person I don't want to name here. I got told I can play this account whenever I want because there are some tanks that I don't have and such. And I had the idea of this series, told that person about it, and it was alright. So, what we're doing, as you can see, 6,000 games, 44% or 45% win rate, 700 average. Not the greatest stats. And suggesting from the name, it's about recovering your stats. In today's video, I want to first talk about how to really do it, any tips and tricks on how to do it the quickest and effective way. And then we're maybe going to play a couple of games at the end, but not sure yet. So, as you can see over here, mostly in regular games, just a couple of ratings and tournaments. Not really aced tanks that much. Nothing played in this rating season. And let's just go through the statistics first, to maybe see where the issue is. So, destruction ratio, you die too often. If it's below 1, you die too often. For example, mine is like 2 or something. Then the damage ratio, you take more than you do. Also not that much of a good idea, but that can be changed, of course. Nothing else here really that matters, other than you might say that just 0.5, that's like you're playing too passively, which would come in consideration with this number right here. Nothing really else to see here, and let's check this tanks themselves and sort them by tier. And what you can see, after 6,000 games, already 3 tier 9 at tier 10s, which immediately suggests you got up too early. Way too early. Until, let's say, 4K games, you should be hanging around tier 6 to maximum 8. That's my suggestion if you are completely new to the game. If you maybe have played World of Tanks before, like I did, that shouldn't be an issue, as long as you played it long enough and know what you're doing. And yeah, there's where the problem starts. 38% win rate after 200 games, 1K average. Not good. I guess everyone can agree. 268 is a bit better in both regards. As you can see, the hit ratio is also quite low, 70%. From what I'm seeing, the average is of normal people, let's say it like that, without making it a bad thing, is 80%. Yeah, 0.5 is very passively, especially when you're playing a fast heavy like the i7. Radar medal. Okay, I don't know really. If you just sort it by win rate once, you can just see that lower tiers and just a couple of games really is where everyone excels at, of course, and the same is for this account. And yeah, but if you sort it the other way around, it's not looking too good, of course. Yeah, it's definitely not looking too good. So, to start up with some tips and tricks, what you can do to improve your gameplay is equipment. I've just looked through this account a bit, and I've seen there is a lot of equipment missing. If we just go to the tier 10s, well, this is new from what I heard. Just bought yesterday. But as you can see here, just one equipment, not even provisions, which is also important. The crew skills aren't there yet either, which we could work on whilst playing this account. And yeah, that's really the main thing. Consumables, you could say, I don't know, depends really on the player. But else, yeah, no provisions, no equipment, that's gonna give you a big disadvantage to a player like me who uses everything, pretty much. always. And yeah, nothing at tier 9, at tier 8, it's, well, a bit different. No equipment, etc. I don't know where the XP goes though. Where the heck? It's just 40k? What? There must be way more. What does she use them for? Crew skills, but and they would be way higher. Anyway, let's just go through the tanks a bit and maybe see what we can do here. So the E4 I played myself, so we shouldn't have an issue with that. Though this crew 75%, we definitely would need to work on equipment and provisions, meaning we have to grind credits first. Same for the i7, and the 268 has a bit more of that, because I also added a bit there before the recording started. At tier 8 I have the ISU Ever, so I can play that a bit. IS5 to farm the credits, which is going to be important. Then at tier 7 we got this one, which we could grind to a bit. Also here no provisions, no really equipment, and it's a bit stock still. Not the gun yet, and not the engines, though I think the engines are going to be more important. As you can see, not a lot of variety of tanks, same with my account. And we got the Kuro. We could farm a bit sorry, credits with those, and the SU100Y, which I got told is the main credit farmer. Also you can see it by the battle amount, or the amount of battles, sorry. Then we got the KV-1S, I don't know, not really fan of this tank. Double fire extinguisher, that's a weird combination. We definitely need to change up the consumables a bit, at least for my taste, because of the, you know, key applications. This is really good to have, actually. You could farm good credits with this. Tier 5, just some mediums, tier 4, bit to grind, tier 3, all of them collectible. Tier 2 as well, 1 at tier 1. Okay, so we got a basic overview over this, over the tanks that we can play. And what I also wanted to check, which I'm using Blitz Assistant right now for, I will probably add some screenshots in the recording, as long as I don't forget it. And I use this because I wanted to see the win rate at all the tiers, since you can't see that here. You can only really see the battle count. And so, as we can see here, 52% in tier 1, which is good. 60 at tier 2, 57 at tier 3, and that's where it drops. 48 at tier 4, 47 at tier 5, 47 at tier 6, just barely under 41 in tier 7, dropping under 40 even at tier 8, gaining a bit with 41 at tier 9, and then 40 at tier 10. And there comes a question of, which I wanted to ask all of you. How much should we push these stats? Like, let's say, I don't know, 55% and 1.5 average damage, or I don't know, I'm leaving that up to you, but don't make it something impossible like 70%, because that's not gonna work. Otherwise I would have had to play this account for 2 years. Or, well, 1 at least. And I mean, the maximum time I want to be spending on this account is half a year. I want to go with this series, which I'm also going to be streaming here and there. Same with my Road to STB series right now. I'm not quite sure how often I'm going to do videos on this account, or how often I'm going to play it yet. That depends all on the goal that you guys want to set. Because with this series I just want to show if it is possible to recover such an account, and if so, how you can do it effectively and in the best way possible. And that's where some of the good tips and tricks could happen. Mostly try to not play too many high tiers. Of course I'm still gonna do it because I'm proficient at doing it. Play more mid tiers, let's say 5 to maximum 7, 8. Don't go higher. Try to play Platoon as often as possible with a player that is at least let's say 10-20% higher in terms of win rate. If you want to do the quick maths, I don't know. And just try to play with a person that is, as I said, better than you and that you get along with. Because, I mean, you could be the best player in the world as long as you can't play together with him. There's no use for it, since this is a MMO game, multiplayer, as the name suggests, so you have to play with the team. And so I guess mediums and heavy tanks is the best way to go. TDs rely very much on the team. Also light tanks, so those aren't really gonna help you when you want to grind the statistics. And I guess that's pretty much it for the tips. As I said, please leave me some suggestions what you want to see in the comment section down below. And I guess we're gonna play 2 games, because the recording is now 11 minutes. Make it a 20-minute video, should be okay. With 2 tanks that we have never played, or well, me. So I have not played this, no. Yes, no. No, yes, yes, no. Yes, no, yes, yes, and no. Nope, for these 2. And for this one also I haven't played. Let's take out the 268 actually, because it has the equipment right now. As I said, credits are gonna be important. They're gonna be your main support, so to say. I'm also gonna have a talk with the owner of this account, which I'm gonna give it back to, of course, once we finish this series, about how I should manage the credits, how I can spend them and such in a best efficient way. And I'm sorry for the background noises right now. I got my dog right now there for 2 days, and yeah, I hope that shouldn't bother too much. Shortcut, I just wanted to not have the you know, barking of my dog in the recording. And let's get ahead and play the 268 ones. I haven't really checked in the settings now how everything is set up. I should have maybe done that before until starting maybe. But let's just see what we can do here in the best possible way. So booster is also gonna be important. I've how you call it, combined them the best that I could already before the recording as well. Because I don't know, you don't really need to know. Because you can combine every booster you have except credit ones, because it's not worth it. If you just do some math, you're gonna notice that either. Yeah. Okay, no, 183. That's not a position you should be in. Alright, let's see if we can shoot that E5 from here once he gets up a bit higher. And that was quite unfortunate. But now that means that the enemies are gonna be more aggressive as well, due to that I7 giving a distraction. And that was very unfortunate. I think I got a camo net. Yes, I got. Good. So if you want to recover an account, you really need to play patiently and carefully. That's 2 main parts that you need to take into consideration. Careful and without too many risks. But I would recommend that even just play that overall once to get better. And after that, it's just about the personal playstyle of the player. So where do you need improvements and such, because you're only gonna get better once you know where the issue lays. And I guess everyone can agree. So right now we are just sniping a bit, staying unspotted, which is good, because otherwise we would have had to leave the position already. And I'm also happy that Leo did not really play aggressively yet, otherwise we would have had to leave earlier. but yeah. Ooh, 183 bounce on the E75. Also, what I can recommend is you check the minimap as often as you can, or make it as big as you can. And look what your teammates are doing, because then you can maybe analyze the situation better. Should I retreat? Should I not retreat? Should I help? Or are they gonna manage it on their own? Those are just some key questions that you need to ask yourself when well, just trying to win a game, basically. And yeah, so for now they are quite good here. We have a tank lead, we have an HP lead. Let's just use HE. Also, if you're maybe not that proficient with aiming, or you're playing on a mobile device maybe, try to use HE more often. I mean, you're not gonna do as much damage, but you're gonna do it for sure, if you maybe otherwise wouldn't have penetrated. So, especially in the higher caliber tanks, it's always worth taking a couple more HEs. And this I only got 5 right now, but I think 20 AP is too much, so I might change it in the future, if I don't forget to do so at least. And yeah, let's do another HE. AP or heat might have penned that as well, but I just did not want to risk it. And we're playing carefully here. I mean, we're not doing the greatest amount of damage, but we don't need to. Because the team is winning, we did our support, we did the best we could. In my opinion, at least. Of course, we could have played more aggressively and such, but I don't know, not needed. Let's see, can we maybe get something on that 268? No, I don't think so. Well, let's just see what we can do. But where is he? I mean, on the map it says he's down there, meaning that he should probably be shootable, or not quite. But he's gone. Okay, nice. First game was a win. That's quite good of an example. I'm playing patiently, which I normally myself don't do either, but I guess I can manage to overcome that with my personal skill. And for a second game, let's maybe play something faster pace, maybe an i7. So for provisions, what I recommend is always go for double food and the better fuel, at least in the higher tier tanks. Ammo loadout, maybe do 1 or 2 more APCR, because the i7's gun handling is not the greatest. I'm not really gonna ram it. I mean, I can use up a bit of credits for now, just to have the basic stuff really. And for the consumables, it's also here, just basic. Adrenaline, repair kit, multi-purpose, and what is that camo even? Oh, 3 different camos, that's interesting. I mean, I see people using or doing it, but I don't really understand why. But shouldn't be an issue. Let's just see if we can maybe do a good or have a good game in the i7 here on Canyon. Looking at the matchmaking, they are probably going to be going down there, which is what I would do. At least looking by their lineup. Jaegeru probably in the spawn, same as the SU. Patton most likely in the middle, and that's where we are going to go. Of course, if you're trying to improve your stats, something risky as going to a middle with a heavy tank is not recommended. I would probably else go there, maybe, or even up there in the corner on the minimap. But yeah. So we're just gonna spot here with the turret. Not peek out too far, because they have a Jaegeru. If he shoots heat, and well, taking damage for sure. Alright, see. What I also can recommend to not do, if you're maybe a newer player, don't play autoloaders. Their skill cap is a bit too high in my opinion. You really need to play with all you got with these tanks. You need to know when to reload, how to use your drum effectively. You need to analyze the situation pretty much perfectly if you wanna be proficient with an autoloader, which I am not quite yet myself, which I'm honest, because I'm just way too aggressive and taking too many risks. I mean, of course they can pay off, but more often than not they aren't. What I also wanted to quickly mention here is that the thumbnail that you're gonna see throughout this series is made by Sergeant Gandalf, which is a very good friend of mine. He's done a couple of my thumbnails and the artwork for the top 10 series already, and just leave him a hi or a big thanks in the comments down below. He is really doing a great job and I'm thankful for his work. And now let's get back to the games and try to carry a bit more. So what you could also do is snapshot. In some tanks it might seem weird to do it. In TDs I wouldn't recommend it because they don't have a turret. Or well, those that do, you can do it in. But it's basically like this. Every shot, you miss every shot you don't take, which is basically meaning you're giving up an opportunity of doing damage. It could well be. And well, that was just me not focusing on the game that much. But let's see what the team does. He could HE or AP in the side. So they got 2 50Bs left. They could clip our our Death Star, our Chaser. And together they could clip everything else as well. But they be careful. One of them down, just the other guy left that is recording. Reloading, sorry. And he's gonna fall for the KPF now. Yep. And this was it for this game and basically also this video. I hope I have not forgotten anything, even though I probably have. So we didn't do a lot of damage really because I'm not really used to this tank really. But whatever. Yeah, if you have any more questions, please tell me down below as well. Tell me the goal that I should be going for. Maximum time I want to use is half a year, so 6 months, to improve these stats. Also this, if possible. We're gonna play it on streams. We're gonna do video formats. Whatever you want to see more of, you can also tell me down below. And if you have any more tips maybe for the newer players that are watching this, or maybe for me, I would also be happy if you could share them. And this was it from me for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you all again in the next one. Bye bye.